Hello and welcome to this first follow-up from the CIO Summit in Berlin. My name is Thomas Meyer. I'm the Group VP for Research for IDC in Europe and very much enjoyed the 2 days we spent together in Berlin. It was a great event. The feedback was very good. We discussed a lot of the topics. We provided an environment where we thought peer-to-peer networking was easy, was safe. We were able to be very frank with each other, very honest, which was very interesting. We discussed topics that were interesting. We discussed some of the challenges, and we tried to find some of the solution approaches that are all of interest to us. Thanks to those of you who also registered and would like to stay in touch with us for sure. We would like to engage with you in some activities over the next couple of months to make sure that we keep the contact, but also that we fine-tune the agenda for next year, and very much looking forward to welcoming you to the CIO Summit in 2015. When we were together in Berlin, we had a fairly hefty agenda. A lot of things to work through. You directed us, particularly thanks again to the advisory board as well, made up of a group of CIOs who really gave us feedback and input in putting the agenda together, and then also making sure that we touched the right topics. When we met in Berlin, we covered a wide range from skills to delivery models to cloud to new industry and innovation models. We discussed how cost optimization can free up resources to invest more in the customer experience, that is the individual relationship with the customer. We had some examples, for example from Henrik from Lego, to explain to us what that means in the context of his particular company and the remit and the kind of interaction they're having. We heard from Gregor from Allianz, for example, how this is dealt with, particularly from an insurance perspective. So we had a lot of good feedback, and we introduced this IDC, the disruptors. The key ones really that we found resonated very well were: one, the convergence of information as well as operational technologies. So that was really one of the key aspects for us, and we'll be continuing to focus on those as well. The other one was around sensors and embedded technologies, as well as cognitive computing. So really focusing more on the types of big data and the insights and analysis one can get from the data, but also some of the rules and regulations, the security aspects around what this new world really means to us and how we might behave as an individual as well as a company and enterprise, particularly as CIO in this kind of context. Taking away from us coming out of this event and letting everything pass by us, having some of the conversations already with some of the CIOs as well as with the IDC analyst team that was present at the event, what we thought was one of the key takeaways is focusing a lot more on what this means for the business. And that was a key remit that came out in the very last session. We were rounding off the 2 days that we spent together to say, okay, it's good to understand what the challenges and the opportunities are for a CIO in the business in the context of IT, but it's really a question more of the overall company direction and strategy, and how the budgets align, how the strategies align, not just in terms of IT in the business, but really overall as a company, and what role IT will play in future. And that's another key takeaway. IT is the cornerstone really for many companies deciding whether they're going to be successful and grow in the future, or whether they're going to very much struggle with the new competition, very fast competition, faster life cycles, faster innovation cycles. Another angle that emerged in the final session as one of the key takeaways was really to be a lot more industry specific as well for some of the work groups perhaps. And one of the examples that was mentioned was the manufacturing industry, and particularly what IT means to the shop floor IT, and how this is going to develop over the next few years, and what some of the challenges and opportunities are as well when we look at that particular topic. So that's one of the ones that we're looking at for next year's European CIO Summit as well. But really what we want to offer you, and we would be really keen to continue, is to maintain the conversation that we have through a closed group on LinkedIn, where we can maintain the honesty and frankness in a safe environment, and particularly continue to keep in touch already with a view to next year. Make sure that we know what you're thinking, perhaps also give you the opportunity to express your own thoughts. But obviously as IDC as well, as I mentioned, we're in touch with some of the CIOs already. There were some interesting case studies around strategy and transformation in particular that emerged following the European CIO event, and we'll be providing some case studies over the next few days through LinkedIn as well that hopefully you'll find interesting. We would very much like you to be active in this group as well. We do understand that your time is limited, so we try to not make it too much of a hardship for you, a draw on your time, but hopefully you'll find it interesting enough to really find that this conversation that we started in Berlin in September is valuable to have continuing forward with a view again to meeting up again in 2015. So we're very much looking forward to hopefully seeing you engaging on LinkedIn with us and your peers as well, driving the conversation around the CIO issues with a view to joining us again in 2015 for the European CIO Summit. With that, I would like to thank you very much for your attention. Looking forward to engaging with you via LinkedIn as well as in person and on the phone over the next few months, and hope you have a good day. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.